Welcome and thank you for joining me for this high intensity resistance training session, which some might call HIIT with dumbbells. Today we have 8 exercises. The work frame is going to be 45 seconds on and 15 seconds for the next. But the setup is going to be a little bit different because we're going to do the same exercise 3 rounds before we move on to the next exercise. So for example, exercise number 1 is going to be a lateral biceps curl. We're going to do that 3 times with the work frame of the 45 seconds, and then we're going to move on to exercise number 2 and so on. So you complete the full 3 rounds of the first exercise and moving on down to exercise number 8. Starting with a warm-up and ending with a stretch. You're going to bring a set of dumbbell. My dumbbell for reference is 7 kilo each, and that is 15 pounds, and an exercise mat, good shoes, and then we're going to mix up the strength exercises with the pulse exercises. 2 of the exercises is going to be strength, and the third one is going to be a pulse, and so on. So mostly strength exercises, so try to push yourself the hardest possible with the best possible quality. I will guide you and I will show you modification all the way through, just as all my other sessions here. If you find this session being too difficult, too hard, you know you have the work frame of the 45 seconds, you just do the best possible you. But if you need something a little bit more, less of an intense, you can go and look for my beginner challenge here on my channel. Welcome to Workout by AC. Go and get your equipment and we'll start up with the warm-up. Ready to get going. So starting out by pushing your arms upwards and just a little slide of a heel into the floor. So up we go with our arms. So we can stay up from the top. So chin is in, chest is up, engage your core and your pelvic floor. Pushing arms out to the side and make sure you do that good breathing, inhaling and exhaling. And of course, along the way, you're going to be affected on your breathing. Now we're going to push our feet out to the side as well. So in and out, strong arms, pushing, and let's hit it off for 4 and 3, 2, and we're gonna swing our arms, tapping feet, lifting up arms. So try to get your arms up above shoulder level so we are lifting up our heart rate. Kicking up, so flexion in your knees, warming up your knees as well. So inhaling and exhaling for 4 and 3. Keep the arms moving and stepping to the side. So one leg coming in towards the opposite for 4 and 3, 2, staying out in a wide position. Once more here. Lifting up, 4 and 3, 2, and stepping to the side. You can always do some jogging on the spot instead. So let's go with 1 circle at a time, lifting up and moving arms backwards. So you open in your shoulder joint and you get a little bit of a dynamic stretch in your chest area. Ending in here in center, lifting up on our toes, warming up ankle joints, still that chin in and still stay up in a straight alignment, engaging your core. We are going to go for 4 and 3, bouncing 2, and hands are going to stay up behind head, and we're going to push it back with our butt, and you're going to put either your feet pointing in a straight position or open up a bit, what fits you the best. So going down and still stay up nice with your chest, pushing butt back and weight on your heels. So engaging that core area for another 4 and 3. Pushing it up, squeezing 2, and we're going to stay down here, bouncing a bit, still those knees out to the side. 4, 3, 2, and hands on. We're going to move with our spine. So arms resting on your thighs, coming down, lifting chest up and rolling up again. 4 more. Make sure that you feel it all the way through. You can always go a little bit slower. What it is important that you can feel that you're warming up that spine and rolling up, and 1 more to go and reaching up. So just a little bit walk here on the spot. You got your equipment, and we are ready to start with the first exercise. So as mentioned in the beginning, the first exercise is going to be a lateral biceps curl, and we're going to do it for the 45 seconds, 3 rounds. So my timer here is going to make sure we keep track of time. We're going to start with a countdown for 10 seconds. You're going to bring your dumbbells, arms into the side, and we're going to move arms up and back down again. So slightly loosening up your knees, arms into the side, and make sure you keep your shoulders back in a nice position. So no rounding in your upper body. When you go into this flexion of an alignment, it's not working very properly in your shoulder joint. So you make sure that you open up and do it with best possible quality. If your weights are a bit too heavy, you can go with a single arm at the time and moving up here, and you can combine it going single and both arms. So up we go here, shoulders back, engage your core, and inhale on your way up and exhale on your way down. You might want to let go of the dumbbells until the next round, or you just make sure you are ready within 5 seconds. Round number 2 of the lateral biceps curl. So standing with slightly loosening up your, not bended but not over hyperextension in your knees. So engage your core and slowly down. Inhale and exhale. Keep those shoulders back. Chin is in and your chest is up to prevent any harm in your shoulder joint. We're going to stay here for another 15 seconds, and then we have one more round for the biceps, and we're going to wave goodbye to that one. Completed it for today's session. Inhale on the way up and exhale on the way down. Yep, so short break of the 15 seconds, going for one more round. When we completed the third round here, we are going to go for some lower body work. So bring arms up and back again for that final round. Try to not let the movement occur in your wrist. Make sure you pull your fingers towards your forearm here, so you bring it up and slowly down again. So you're not going to go like this, but you're going to do the straight wrist like that. So bring it up for the final round. Inhale on your way up and exhale on the way down. For only another 15 seconds, you can go single arm, or you can just push it as hard as possible. You know, you need to get a little bit out of that comfort zone to get even better. Yes, we're gonna go with our right leg. So stepping back with right leg, we're gonna move down here and we're gonna bring it up. So make sure you stay up in a nice straight position, even though you're flexing in your knees. So 3 rounds for this one. So, up to a hip extension. Bring it down here and hip extension. So you get a little bit more glute activation in the back of your leg. So stepping up, lifting up, slowly down, inhale. So every time you're lifting up, you're going to do it with a straight knee, and you're going to feel that squeeze in your right glute. You're going to pull it down here and you're going to push it up. Make sure you keep shoulders back and chest is up. Chin is still in. So ease off your neck. Dumbbells coming down to the front leg. Squeezing, pushing away, and engage your core. We're going to continue with this exercise 2 more rounds. If you need a bit of a rest in your hands, let go with the dumbbells in between the rounds. Ready to go down for approximately 90 degrees in your front leg, lifting up. So even though we are going down here leaning forward, we're not gonna do any flexion in our lower back. We're gonna stay up straight. Down we go and squeezing. So as we go down, our stomach tends to move out. We're gonna keep that engagement in our core. Shoulders are back. Squeezing your right glute as you lift your leg up. Bring it up. Slowly down again. Yeah, you can get affected on your breathing if you work with dumbbells heavy enough. One more round and then we're gonna move on to some cardio. So we're gonna be even more short breath. 3, 2, and 1. Squeezing, lifting up. Some balance training on your standing leg. Down we go. Squeezing. Pushing back so you get your knee on your front leg, well behind your toe. Squeezing. Inhaling and exhaling. Just for another 10 seconds and then we're going to move on for some high knees and then we're gonna come back to opposite leg for the lunges. Yes, you're gonna put your dumbbells out to the side and now we're gonna go for 3 rounds of high knees. So moving your arms forth and back to get even more affected. So arms are coming up and you're leaning back. To a modification, you can go here, lifting up and swinging your arms instead of doing the fast-speeded movement. Try to lean back a bit. It makes it more easy to get your knees up and you can better engage your core. You're gonna move with your arms and you're gonna keep your chin in. So only 3 rounds for this one and then we're gonna move on for 2 strength exercises. So try to push your hardest while we do this. That's usually what I see. People find the pulse exercise to be the most challenging part. Yes, and you should not be able to breathe. Oh, I'm sorry, of course you should breathe. You should not be able to speak, I mean. Please breathe as much as possible. 2 and 1. So doing this on my own, I would push as much as I were not able to speak, but certainly breathe. Lifting up, but I'm guiding you guys. 25 seconds and 1 more round. And yes, you should be affected on your breathing, heavy breathing, in and out, in and out. 12 more seconds. Shorter breath, step further to get in an even better shape. Use your arms, or do the modification. Yes, that is what is very powerful about high intensity resistance training. You do the strength work with the dumbbells and you're gonna get bursted on that metabolism, getting shorter breath. 1 more round. Stay up nice and tall. Inhale and exhale. So maybe you just want to have your mouth a little bit open. Leaning back. 25 seconds and then we're going to go with lunges, hip extension, opposite leg. 15 seconds. Keep pushing. Do the modification. Just as long as you keep moving. 5, 4, 3, yes. Get your dumbbells. Now we are ready with, we had right leg behind before. Now we're gonna have our left leg behind. Straight up position and let's go. Down and lifting up. Squeeze your glute. Squeezing, but actually you're also going to squeeze your glute on your standing leg because you're going to push away from your heel and squeezing. So make sure you do the hip extension, lifting up. You won't get a lot of glute work just moving around here. You need to extend your hip. Shoulders are back. Lifting up. And as we go down, we lean forward, but we're still staying up with our chest. Bring it up, squeezing. Round number 1 is completed. We're gonna do 2 more rounds, and we're gonna continue with some upper body work. So you can look forward for that. Let's go, open up, heel up, and bring it up, squeezing. Push away from your front leg and try to get into those 90-degree on your standing leg. So the reason why your dumbbell is almost touching the ground is because you are bending in your knee, not because you're leaning forward. Engaging your core. Bring it up. Yes. So 1 more round to complete before we move on for some triceps work. So always try to shuffle a bit between the part that we are focusing on. Resting one part, moving another. 1 more round here. We can do that. If this is too much, you can always go from here and up again. And then you can go with the hip extension later on. Squeezing. Inhale. Exhale. Water and fresh air. That's what I like. And sleep, of course. Sleep is king or queen. We actually don't have a queen anymore in Denmark. We have a king now. No matter what, you need to prioritize your sleep. Ready for triceps kickback. Pushing back and forward. And bring it back. So it's all about getting a squeeze in your triceps, so get in touch with this part behind your arm, between shoulder and elbow joint. If your dumbbells are too light, you can move a little bit more forward. If they are too heavy or you lack of quality, you can go with single arm. You're just gonna look at your knees, you're not gonna stay with hyperextended knees, and you're gonna stay with your chest up and your chin in. Exhaling, inhaling. Squeeze and make sure every time you straighten your arms, you can feel that triceps working. You might want to put dumbbells down. Get ready for round number 2. Five more seconds. Get ready and bring those arms back. Triceps is a little bit of a lazy muscle, just like our glute muscle is. So we need to put our mind and focus in to get that engagement in that particular muscle, squeezing. So not just swinging arms forward and back, you need to flex and extend. Of course, you're not going to do that, it's everybody else. But keep your mind into it and feel every single repetition. 10 more seconds. Engage your core, keep that chin in. Feel it and letting go of dumbbells for 1 more round. We're gonna do some frog thruster for the next exercise. Right now we have the final round. 3, 2, and 1. So the third round here for the triceps kickback. Feel it and pushing it back. Shoulders down. Moving it, pushing it. Feel the sweat on your forehead. pushing it back for another final 10 seconds. 3, 2, and dumbbell out to the side. We are gonna move on for our pulse exercise. We're gonna do the front thruster, moving forward, bending knees into a straight plank position. And 5 more seconds. Squeeze your core and forward and back. So you're gonna bring those legs up and down. If you don't feel like this is a good thing, you can come up and you can do a jogging on the spot. What I experience sometimes that people don't like to have their head hanging down, but then you're just gonna do some other exercise that makes sure that your pulse is affected on that breathing. We are now on exercise number 6. That means we have 2 exercises left. We're gonna move on with some core work, ab work in just a few minutes. Squeezing, jumping forward, landing softly into a straight plank position. Yes. First round completed. Feel your way. 2 more rounds. We're gonna do some sit-ups and some row. And then we're gonna do the stretching, so getting close. Yes, let's go forward and back. You got your 45 seconds. You're gonna push it as hard as possible, or you're gonna go up and do some jogging on the spot, some jumping jacks, jump squat, whatever, where you get short of breath. That's what it's all about, getting short of breath. Keep going. When you get short of breath, you get affected on your metabolism. You need to recover, and that's where you spend a lot of calories to get into that recovery phase. Chin is in. Soft knees, forward, back, straight plank position. Engage your abs. 1 more round. Inhaling and exhaling. 5 more seconds. Let's hit it off with the final one. We have 2 strength exercises coming up. A good thing to put in some cardio to shuffle things a bit up. So pushing it, knowing that this is your last round for this frog thruster. Squeezing, inhale and exhale. Straight position. You got to move it, move it. You got to move it, move it. 10 seconds. You can do it. Convince your mind. Yes, bring a dumbbell. You're gonna lie down and you're gonna do the sit up here, resting your dumbbell, pushing your lower back down. We're gonna go up and back again. So this dumbbell is resting towards your chest or your upper body all the time. So the whole magic trick in this exercise, if you're struggling of getting up, is pushing that lower back down into the ground before you lift up. You are gonna engage your pelvic floor before you move it up. So squeezing and slowly down in control all the way up. So you could actually let go of the dumbbell because it's resting towards your upper body, on your chest or just below. Down with that lower back. So make sure you're pushing it down, because that way you're going to engage, you're pulling kind of your rib cage towards your hip, and then you're going to do the moving upwards. Second round, bring it up, inhale, slowly down, moving it up and bring it down. Don't forget your pelvic floor. And this is also a very good exercise. I don't know how old you are working along with me, but as a physiotherapist, I often see people actually from the age of 70 having a hard time getting up from lying on that back, because then they're going to do like, you know, moving on from one side to the opposite side. Yes, and we are round. So put that dumbbell up towards your chest, and now we're gonna push that lower back down. One more round. So bring it up and slowly down. Exhale and inhale. Keep your chin in and make sure your ab muscle is the one lifting you off the mat, and bring you back again. Yes, we are ready for the row. So arms underneath here, and we're gonna stay in a plank position. Keep moving with our core and lifting up. Bring it up and slowly down. So no shaking with your hips. Stay in that straight plank position. So actually the rest of your body is doing nothing except staying in the same position. Inhale. You can always go on your knees and continue. If that's not good for you, you can go up here and you could do a standing row instead. Hands right underneath, shoulder belt. Look down and wrist. Get away from your arms, and you know what? This is actually exercise number 8, which means we are gonna do stretching in the end. So very close. Round number 2 coming up. Bring it up on toes, on knees. And please notice, no push up in this one. So you're gonna focus on the row up. If you put your feet a little bit further out to the side, you get a more stable position. To challenge yourself, you're gonna move those feet in the opposite direction. Inhale, exhale, nose pointing down, easing off your neck. Get equal amount on each arm. And 4, 3, and rest. One more round and you've done it. Sweating, boosting your muscle tissue, so you will be strong like till forever. And when I say for forever, I of course mean that if you keep working out with those dumbbells and do weight exercises, you will stay strong forever. But if not, not very good. That muscle tissue had a magic way of it disappearing when we get older. So you just want to go and prevent that one. Muscle tissue, we need that to move and to ease off our joints. 14 seconds and you have done the full workout. Inhale, exhale, and the same amount on right as the same amount on your left. Beautiful. Dumbbells out, and I bet you did the best possible you. We're just gonna push up, butt back towards our heels. Thumbs are pointing up, nose are pointing down. And you get a nice stretch around your armpit and your back muscle. A good stretch in your lower back and your glutes. And make sure you don't get into the stretch further than you can inhale and exhale in an easy manner. Hands in here, lifting up, doing the opposite movement. If this is too much, go down on your forearms and Find that way that fits you the best. Shoulders away from your ears. Bring that chest up. And inhaling and exhaling. Feet into the ground, squeezing up and move into an upward dog, pushing your heels down so you get a nice stretch of your calf muscle, Achilles tendons. Bring your arms in between, of course, your upper body in between your arms, chin is in. Move towards your feet and all the way up. If you want to do a bit more stretching, you can always go and have a look at my channel. I have connecting tissue workouts, foam roller, and ordinary stretching, all different kind of workouts for you to do. Just go and have a look, and you know it's all for free. Thank you for joining me. If you haven't done it already, please subscribe if you got something out of it. Share the link so you get somebody else with you on your fitness journey. And just until I see you next time, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay strong. Take good care. Bye.